Oh shit. So yeah, everybody in the stream, what's up? Let me introduce myself to you all. My name is FL again. This is day 3 of me learning Roblox Studio. So yeah, I'm introducing myself for a couple of times before, and yeah, this is my third one. Yeah, I should say that before I'm introducing myself, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Whoever you are who watch live or replay, yeah, maybe in this stream I will more talk or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, because lately in the day 2, yeah, I don't even talk. Yeah, I don't really talk when I'm learning Roblox Studio because I'm too tired. But now, yeah, I got my coffee in my hand right now, and I think I should be more talking and more, I don't know, actively doing something, yeah, rather than day 2, because yeah, this is day 3. So yeah, welcome everybody. So yeah, before we start this journey again, I want to thank y'all who support me by subscribing my channel. Yeah, there is 5 subscribers in this channel, and I don't know why you guys subscribing, but thank you so much. Yeah, I love you guys. So yeah, this is day 3 of me learning Roblox Studio, and maybe for this moment, for this one, I will more likely learning about, I don't know. For this one, I don't know what am I gonna learn, but I'm still going to focus on the video that been uploaded by BrowDev. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, before we start the journey, I want to check X again for a second time, for a third time. Holy shit! What is this? Oh yeah, I see a lot of this kind of stuff in Instagram. I see a couple times, and I think it's really cool where you can generate something with just a one plugin. Yeah, I think it's cool. Maybe I should try this after I learn all that stuff from the video. And then what else? You got this gameplay story, the graphic, the music. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe my first game should be a backroom games. That should be cool. But if I if I'm using a backroom for my first game, it's really doesn't have really a lot of mechanics, and I think it's more like a design, yeah, not mechanics, because yeah, I learn about scripting because I want to learn the mechanics, not the design. Yeah, maybe not backroom, but anyways, yeah, if you guys doesn't know, yeah, maybe all of you doesn't know, yeah, I just watched a backroom lately. I mean, like yesterday, I guess, I forgot, and I think it's a good movie, and you guys should watch that in your own cinema. It's your, yeah, in your cinema in your country, and I think it's good. The movie was so good, yeah. I think maybe some of you guys doesn't like it because the film was really, so I don't know, so boring or something like that. But for me, who likes a horror movie, like psychology movie horror like that, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Oh my god, Unreal Engine 6. Did that write a sad gaming story using 3 words. Okay, maybe nothing happened to Roblox right now, and yeah, it just collabing like this. This game has potential. I don't know, yeah. Maybe I want to make something games like this, because a game like this is really needs some mechanics in it, and I really like to build a mechanics system of the games. Oh my god, this is a good game though. Have fun at my current project. This is so cool though. Look at this. Oh my god. How these people making games like this? How? 17 years old! 50k USD? 50k? You're making 50k? How? How? Oh my god, I'm so late for learning these things, bruh. I'm already 19 though. Like, oh my god. Shit, man. Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just focus on ourselves. Let's just focus on ourselves. Okay. Okay. Let's just focus. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. Don't give a fuck with other people. Yeah, just keep learning. Keep learning, FL. Keep learning. Anit mah. Oh yeah, I learned about tools before.
Who's a what?
Masuk angin, pilihan angin Kevin. Wes. Bablas anginnya.
Wild loop to colon computer stats. What? So
Oh yeah, I finished the challenge of this challenge. Right. Yeah. I finished this challenge.
Function.
And yeah, what else? Let me see the last things we learned.
First is
Okay. I'm learning about the function again. Maybe the best thing you could do to learn fast in scripting is to make something. So ChatGPT, please help me, bruh, with this one, please. Please help me with this one, please. I want you to make me a challenge. I want to learn a lot about scripting in Roblox, and I need a challenge to build something. Like simple games or something. Give me a stage of learning by challenge. By stage of learning by giving me a challenge to make some simple games step by step. Hobby, yeah. Coin collector games, yes. Fight, sword. Oh my god, this is actually good though. Survival games. Okay, this is the challenge. Okay, I got it from ChatGPT, and you guys should see this. You guys should see this. Yeah, so I asked GPT to write me some, yeah, all this stuff. Survival games, tycoon games, simulator games, and state 7 is state 8. Hobby checkpoint. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. Maybe we start. Yeah, maybe we start. We start the challenge. We start the challenge from ChatGPT, of course, because that's the way to learn. That's the way to learn. That's the way to learn. So yeah, that's the way to learn. Hobby checkpoint. Finish the message. Several platform, kill bridge, reset player, checkpoints at the set. Okay. Parts, properties, touch achievement, basic scripting, player respawn, checkpoint system. Okay. We get into Roblox Studio right now. Where is the Roblox Studio? Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna watch my stream from here, I guess. Auto recovery was detected. No. No. Wait, okay. White, click on white. White, click on white. Okay, let's start this. Maybe I gotta delete this. Yes. Okay. We're gonna make a new experience again. And we're gonna make a simple games called what? Called Obi again. For the second times or third times. So the first one, we need a part. I need to design the OB. I need an OB reference. Maybe I gonna need to go to Roblox to make a reference, to set some reference for my OB, because yeah, maybe some OB in Roblox will make me realize what Roblox needs and what people needs. And yeah, OB, we search for OB in here. We're making some OB games. Nedo Gear Tower. I wanna test the game. This? Yeah, this should be good. Okay, this is just like a normal. Oh, okay. The game was like a satisfying games, and maybe this is type of game that people need. Some games like this. I don't know why, but yeah, this is the game. Oh shit. You got some coins. You gotta collect. To get the coins, I don't know where to you get the coins. Maybe this type of mechanics that I need to learn. These things like this. A kill break. How to do a speed run like this? I don't understand. Oh, okay. I mean, what is this? It's a slime, right? It's slime. It's slimes. It needs to be more, I don't know. That's a fucking kid. What the fuck? Okay, wait a minute, okay? I need to learn the mechanics. And this. I'm really curious, like how you make this type of satisfying stuff when you. Oh! What the fuck? Am I stuck on? How you make this type of mechanics? Like when you touch it, you hear a sound, or maybe if you touch it, it'll be like. But the pattern, it's not like randomized. Oh. This type of satisfying stuff is all over the Roblox right now. And I think it's cool, and maybe I can learn that to make some. Oh, bro, I gotta compete around this type of developer, bro. Oh fuck. No. This type of developer. Satisfying. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. I know what to build. Hobby, mega fun. It's just type of hobby that in 2016, right? Like, oh my god, it's copyright, right? Come on, people. Yeah. Look at this. This type of hobby. This laziest hobby. That's what I say. Because it's really easy to make this, because you don't need a lot of mechanics. You just pointing and designing all this hobby without using a scripting. This is not what I want. But yeah, some people really play all of this stuff because it's so simple, and for people who doesn't want a massive or hobby that really need a focus to finish that hobby, yeah, will be the way to play. Because yeah, this is also has a lot of stage, of course. Like, oh my god, it has a lot of stage. If you can see that. No. Oh, you wait to here. Okay. So yeah, I want to learn about the hobby where you gotta need a torsion. Make a torsion. Wait. I want to learn that. Make moving obstacle in Roblox Studio. Moving obstacle. How? Kita bagian ya 2000 sih ya, dan ini yang bawahnya ya kan, something like that. I'm moving with player. Yeah, this type of hobby I want to make. How to make a checkpoint? How to make checkpoint in Roblox Studio? I forgot.
In this video, I'm going to show you how you make a good checkpoint system in your Roblox game. Make sure you join my Roblox group and my Discord with the links in the description, and also make sure you like and subscribe if this
video helped you at all? Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I'm just gonna get a kill brick so I can test, just for testing for now. But the first, it's like that, simple to make. Where the I'm just gonna go, so that's gonna 1, 2, and
Oh my god. Okay. I want to learn Roblox Studio. And the first thing I want to make is an OB. Where I want some I want you to help me learning and not giving me a code, a single code, and let me learn by because I want some debugging this code. The things I want you to do is to help me learning the logic of it, not a code of it.
Duplicate again and rename it to 3 like that. And that's all we should need for the workspace. Let's go ahead and make a server script in here. We'll call it checkpoints. Work. And then
So what's the difference? What is it? Between local script and normal script. Roblox, the main between number sequence one is different. Between all 13 is one in the game, normal script, current people. If I want to run what about tool? It's supposed to be script or normal script. Local script. Oh my god. Maybe I should use the sharing. Holy shit. Just gone. Okay, I'm done with this. Yeah, I should use ChatGPT for my original, and I think this should be works. How to create a score shortcut? Wait, okay, people. I need to learn all this stuff. How to create shortcut? ChatGPT.
First, and you can do it, and then put your mouse over more tools, and from the subsequent menu,
Okay, let's go. What? Where? 26. I need a shortcut though.
Once you're on Google and find a cast, save, and share, and select Create Shortcut.
Great. Yes. Maybe later about codecs. Okay. So I want you to help me learn about Roblox. I don't want you to give me a code with something about scripting, because I want to learn the logic of it. So the things you gonna do, it's to help me explain the logic of the mechanic things in Roblox Studio. Remember that. Okay, I want to make OBM. What should I need? Kill break, void, moving hazard day response. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is my first ever workspace, and maybe it will be so messed up because these things will be so, I don't know, messed up. Yes, messed up. Just trust to me, it will be so messed up when it comes to this section. This. So I want to make my stats more organized, so I don't oh hmm. What? So huh? Ah, this is the things that I don't understand between folders and models. Or If you move the entire state of... Well, let me see. Space. Inside of hobby, there is a models. This mode calls parts. When I add more parts, they move instantly with others. Huh? But I want to make an hobby where I should need folders because I gotta. I should just talking, right? So the thing is, how should I move the parts if I using a models? I know that I could move the part if I use a folder, but how can I move the part when I'm using a model? Where you move it, when you move a part inside the models, it will move all of it, not a single part. Can I really do that? So I try to click the parts and it's still moving all of it, not a single part. Wow. Just build it inside of it, bruh. Let me try. Not, I don't give a fuck though. Stage 1. Orders again. This is called platforms. Stage 1 platform and add a part of it. Let me make some parts. Okay. Trophy. No, that's wrong. Control C, Control V. Again, we move it in here. We move it again. Can I do that? Can I do that, Parker? Please. Bam. Bam and bam. Yeah, of course. Why it's how to make it not moving? I forgot. Anchor, right? Anchor. Yes. Report again. Transform this. Just Control V again. Do it in here. Do it manually, of course. It's already anchored, right? Yes. Scale it up. We move it around here, and then we need another shit where you should be in here, and I don't know, transform this again to this leaf. Okay, I'm gonna make the OB first, yeah, before we continue. Something like this, I guess. This. It's gonna part of it. Anchored, yes. Okay. Look at that. That nicely ever made. It should be good. It should be great. It should be good. Okay. It should be good, of course. Then what? We make my first hobby in here where it should be like a plane right here, I guess. It's on high. It the same high. We do some OB shit. Yeah. Will be the first ever learning apa? What is it called? Let's check on jailbreak. And then if you finish it, right? Maybe it's too wide though. It's too wide. I should be like this, I guess. If we move it like here, or something like that, it's okay. Maybe if we put it in here again, something's going to be happen. Okay. Maybe we should just go around here and make it so tall so people doesn't know how to make it through all of this. And I don't know, maybe we need some creativity in here, bro. More like, yeah, yep. How I can change the night or the lighting of it? Can I? The ambience, the local shadow, the lighting. Yeah. Let me test it first. Let me test it. Okay, so it's easy OB. Stage 1. Go R sub. Then we go up. Oh my god. It's not really that easy though. I mean, like, I gotta delete the base plate though, because it's so annoying. Okay, you cannot jump right there. Okay, you cannot jump. I'm sorry. I make it so hard. I'm sorry. Maybe something like that. And then if you get up from here, you could go up. How to make a ladder? Make a ladder in Roblox Studio. I want to make a ladder though, but how? Make a climbing ladder. I mean, you could just use models of it, but I want to try it all by myself. So yeah, that's what.
Hey everyone, after this video, I'll be sure to make a comment. Look at that right there when it comes to, they use my clone of myself to compare to like the legs or whatever you want to call it up front. So we have 2 legs, you know, like on each side, of course, to make it on. So it's like snap the grid and rotate. So that way it rotates the way I want it to. It's not imbalanced or anything. So we go ahead and make sure it connects to both of the legs and move the character up. You know, obviously they're going to complicate that and just, you know, steps here. The time on this ladder more than I do Roblox Studio. Then I'm changing in more stuff. So as you see, I'm trying to even out the top. Like a dark brown. I decided to make it like a more brighter thing. I also decided to put a.
Okay, this is a customized.
That it turned out well, and also you can just use the trust as well.
Okay, that's so cool.
I'm going to use my clone of myself to compare to how big I gotta make the ladder. So make it a wooden. I'm going to make sure it's tall enough. This is a like the organizer here. I'm going to just duplicate the part so we have 2 legs, you know, like on each side, of course, to make a full ladder. Now we're going to go ahead and go to part and go to cylinder. We're going to need the cylinders for the steps of the ladder, which this is going to be something that the character can normally climb. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure the rotate. Okay, so we go ahead, be there. Now I'm going to go ahead and change the color. Now, needed to. The main problem is that I tried to make both the sides as even and balanced as possible, make sure they're going up the same length. Also, I like to make sure I have everything organized, which is really important. It's one of my top things when I'm building and stuff. And go.
How can I see the models? Trust. A trust leader. Okay, let me use it in here. Oh, yep, and we move it right, I don't know, right here, I guess, to be fit, of course. First stage was like here, it was like this. Maybe I gotta put it more like that, like this, and transform it more like this far, because I want to be this far, so I could make another stage. Control V again, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then we make something like a terrible padding right here, and then we move it everywhere. It should be like small enough. I mean, like, it's still not that high, but I don't give a fuck though. I mean, it should be like this. Be this small. It should be this small, I guess. Yes, this small. To step on it. So if you guys want to finish the game, you gotta do some checkpoint action. Later. Oh, I'm so lag, bro. Why? Move. Shit. In here, I guess you gotta do all the stuff all by yourself here, and then Control V, do it in here again, and do stuff, climbing stuff, I guess. Control V, do it in here again, and Control V, we do that again, go in here. You gotta choose like I mean, like, I want some moving object in here. Like, if you want to make it to here, this thing will be moved. Okay? And then, what else? If this thing will move, it should be some back and fuck how. It should be this, like this stuff. Yes, and I think we should done in here. Because yep, we do that, and we got a finish line. Yeah, this is the finish line. Okay, it's done. So I gotta test it first before we entry to mechanic stuff. Okay, welcome to my OB peoples. This is the first hobby where you should do that shit, do that shit. And then this is the torchy where the thing's gonna pull you off to down, something like that. Then we go up, and then we see a big pile of giant, and you gotta do some click action to make it transparent for a couple seconds. And then yeah, we go here, we go here, we go that way. Okay, where should I put the checkpoint? I mean, like, I should put the checkpoint in here, and that's press button in here. Okay, so we're gonna build a first mechanics of it. It's called, maybe I should just move all of this stuff maybe to the first. Okay, how to move it? The platform. Yep. Okay, people, we built our first server client for a kill break. For a kill break. Should I use server? I should use server script, right? Yes, and I will use the way I think this nuance. Lava. Usually button animation. Okay, local script. Let's make the script. Let's locate the part, okay? We call it OB. Folders called kill break. Then we name it in here called parts, and we name the part as a kill break 1. Okay, how can I define this? Local kill break equals to workspace dot ob dot stage 1 dot kill break. So I want to make a kill break, but the problem is, so I want to make a kill break. So the problem is, there is a lot more than one kill break in here. So how can I define all the kill break in one script? So I gotta define the models only, right? Not the part inside of it.
That depends on exactly what you.
So I gotta define the models of it, right? Not all the parts inside of it. So should I use models or folder? No, I mean like for the kill bricks, because the kill bricks is not just a single kill brick. There is a lot of kill bricks. Okay. You gotta messing around with that, right? So you can do that with just a folder, right? Not only models. Hey, why you should say that shit, bro? So how can I define all the models inside the folder that should call a kill bricks? It's in a quote. Hah? What Roblox method already talk about returns all the children in chat? Fine. Get children. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, bruh. Repairs. Oh man. I don't understood this one. Huh. Paste code. Don't have to respond, bruh.
Perfect. This is exactly the kind of question that builds programming logic. Forget Roblox for a moment. Imagine you have a box. You can see the code in our conversation history. Now I ask, open quote, look at every fruit in the box. Close quote. How would a human do it? You can see the code in our conversation history, one at a time. In Roblox, you can see the code in our conversation history dot might contain. You can see the code in our conversation history. Think of it as you can see the code in our conversation history. Now look at you can see the code in our conversation history. Let's translate it into English. You can see the code in our conversation history. First loop, you can see the code in our conversation history. Second loop,
Everything inside the kill break. So for what? I should okay. I gotta finish this first. Wait. Oh, the parents again, of course. Huh? Uh, where is the locator of humanoid models? Bro. Yes. No, in Explorer. My god, I gotta eat something though. Shit. Players help. Local humanoid blah blah blah. Oh, so it should be humanoid. Huh? Humanoid dot health. Come on, bruh. Don't messing me up like this, bruh. I'm just trying to make a kill brick in here. What? Oh. Huh? Shit, bruh. Suppose player. Shit, becomes right for the girls was get the parents with this. Girl, not harming. It runs. Okay. Why am I so confused, bro? I don't know. Just need some neon. Ugh. It's working. Okay, it's working, guys. It's working, guys. Oh my god. I just finished the kill brick. So yeah, it's moving object right now. It should be like a moving kill brick. Folders. Call this moving kill brick. Kill brick it means a moving kill brick. Put it in here. Should be put it in here. Where? Oh, there you go. Holy shit. How to make it like a torsion? A torsion. Hmm. Spinning object and roblox studio. Really? It's really that easy, huh? C-frame. Shit, it's advanced, huh?
What a C-frame is. Pretty called properties. The rotation means orientation. The key functions being C-frame.new. First, let's make a variable containing our new C-frame. First is the x-coordinate, meaning the red line. I'll add some red numbers. Now let's assign this new C-frame to the part in the workspace. To do that, just define the part, .cframe, and put in your variable. Over a certain distance. To C-frame using the asterisk symbol. As we can see, the new C-frame has been added with the existing one. Now, what if we wanted to adjust the orientation of an object? To do that, we use something called C-frame.angles. But we put the numbers in degrees, from 0 to 360 degrees. First, let's decide which value we want to change. Let's say we want to change the y-axis degrees. Now, to change the orientation, we have to convert the degrees to radians. Okay, but what are radians? To be honest, I don't know much myself. But mainly it is an efficient way for Roblox to change degrees. So, to change it to radians, we have to use a function called math.rad. Now, put in the amount of degrees. Put in whatever z-coordinate. Now, in the same way, add it with the existing orientation. As we can see, it has been rotated by 90 degrees. The C-frame as a whole, and teleport a player to a certain place. Let's make a player-added event. Let's get the character. Now, we have to get something called the humanoid root part. The humanoid root part is a part of a character which controls the entire C-frame of a character. So, if we were to change the C-frame of this humanoid root part, the character would also move. The humanoid root part is located directly inside the character. I've added a part at the corner of the map here. Let's now set the C-frame of the humanoid root part to the part in workspace. Forgot to add a weight for the character here. To make it more clear, let's add a task.wait for 2 seconds.
Okay. Spinning. Check. Spinning part. Yeah, like this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Net, collecting fish, which you are then able to sell for coins, then to purchase eggs, buy better buckets with more capacity, and the limited property could show up some. Now this part can be any size or shape, multiple parts or a whole model moving. The part can't be pushed apart. You can go and adjust a couple of things. So where it says local turning speed, kinda, if you want it at 1, you can have it at 1. But for this tutorial, I'll be having B. I don't recommend changing this wait time because this gives a nice smooth transition, because basically what this does, it updates the part to turn every 0.01 seconds, basically meaning it is moving in a nice smooth motion. But I'll show you in the studio, but you can go and change any of these here, right here. The most important one is probably this turning speed right here, because that will turn up. You can see we're now basically next to me is our part. So once you've finished adjusting everything, head up here.
How? How it could be like that? C frame is the X coordinate, Y coordinate, right?
For some reason, there's this part behind me that just, for some reason, keeps on following me wherever I go. So if I walk in any direction, no matter where I go, this part literally keeps following me behind my character, specifically behind my back. And it's really crazy how it's able to determine exactly where to position itself and where to orientate itself while it keeps on updating and following my character behind my back. It's actually really interesting. Let's see what's happening behind the scenes here. Alright, let's think about this for a minute. If we open up the script that basically is managing this part's position behind my character right now, let's see what's going on inside of here. Okay, let's actually get rid of this part. This part is just irrelevant for what we're trying to discuss here. But yeah, basically, this entire thing is being run by only 4 lines in this one single while true do loop. What is happening here exactly? So we have the part, and we have this property here called a C frame, and we're updating the C frame every 0.01 seconds to follow the C frame of our character's torso. And it's using this weird method called 2-world space with this little weird constructed C frame right here that's constantly updating every single time. Don't worry if you don't know what any of this means right now, but I just want to point this out that what we're doing here with our character is we're updating the C frame of this part to constantly be behind my character's back. And it's one of those data types that's really, really important to know about for if you're trying to position and orient 3D objects inside of the workspace. And that's basically one of the key definitions of using C frames. It's to position and orient 3D objects inside of the workspace. And we can do this with very precise calculations to help us understand the 3D world more by doing this. And that sounds a lot like vector 3s. I'm going to explain what the difference between C-frames and vector 3s are in a little bit. But with that being said, now that we have a general idea of C-frames, let's
and start implementing it.
Ini adalah kamu, bukan. Ini adalah kau. Dan kamu ingin menaklukkan dunia, Albion?
Now that we understand it, let me quickly reiterate what a C-frame is. A C-frame is essentially a data type that acts as coordinate frames that allows us to rotate and position a 3D object inside of our workspace. So this sounds pretty similar to Vector 3 when we're trying to change the position and orientation of a part, but think of C-frames as a combination of position and orientation at the exact same time under a new data type that Roblox has created, which of course is called C-frames. So let's say I inserted a part here inside of the workspace. And remember that we have three axes inside of the workspace. We have the Z-axis, then we have the X-axis, and then the Y-axis. We have three directions that we can pick from when we're modifying any object or part inside of our workspace. And we can pretty much do the same thing when we rotate the part as well. We have three axes to work with when we're rotating the part in whatever direction we're trying to change it to. And so when we essentially combine rotation with position, we get C-frames, and that's how we're able to make really precise, really complicated object modification inside of our 3D workspace. So that is basically what I'm going to be showing you how to do inside of this video. And so now that we understand that, let's get to implementing it. So since we have this part, let's go on the right side and let's rename this part to C-frame part. And let's also change the size of this part to 4 by 4 by 4, and then let's change the brick color to probably some sort of blue, like really blue. All right, so now we have this part, and also what we're going to do is make sure to check the anchored property as well. So now that we have that, what we're also going to do is change the position of this part to its origin, which is going to be 0, 0, 0. So you can find that under here in the transform C-frame property right here, and now it should be over here. So now that we have this, let's actually try to change its coordinate. Let's try to change its C-frame. So once again, a C-frame can basically manipulate the position and rotation or orientation of whatever object we're trying to work with inside of the 3D workspace. So let's say I wanted to move this part away from the origin, and let's say move it 25 studs in the Z direction right here. What we would do is we would create a new C-frame object that we're basically going to apply to this part's current C-frame so that we can update it to be inside of this C-frame rather than where it originally was over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a script by going to the right side, hitting the plus sign in front of the part, and then we're going to hit script. So let's delete this. Let's make reference to our part by saying local part equals script.count. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new C-frame object. And the way this is going to look is this is going to use a constructor for it. So we're going to say local new C-frame equals C-frame.new, open and close parentheses. And you remember how for the position coordinates that we're trying to change, we're just saying that we want it to be at 0, 0, 25 as the new position. So when we create a new C-frame, one of the ways we can create this is by simply putting in the three XYZ position coordinates that we want to give it. So it's going to be 0, 0, 25. So this is going to be the new C-frame that we want to update this part's current C-frame to by doing so down here. So let's drop 2 lines. And now all we need to do is say part.cFrame equals new C-frame. So this is pretty much everything we need to do in terms of that. Let's go into the game and let's hit test and hit run to see our result. So as you can see, when the game ran, we changed the parts C-frame to the new positional C-frame that we made it out.
Okay, let's try some example then. We make a part in here. We gotta say that the part was here. Position. And I wanna move it like, I don't know, 18 maybe. Then we make a script inside of it and we call it local parts equals to script grid.parents. Then we need to call and cFrame equals to cFrame equals to 0, 0, 18, and then we say part dot it moved. Okay, it moved correctly. Okay, we gotta delete this and continue.
Parts current cFrame 2. Let's hit test and hit run to see our result.
Okay.
Other ways we can utilize this new cFrame constructor to do other things like change its position, but also change its orientation to create more complicated calculations with this sort of stuff. But this was just a basic example, and I hope you understood this. Now let's say we wanted to change the orientation of this part using cFrames and not by changing the orientation property itself. So I hope at this point you remember how rotating 3D objects work, at least inside of a script. So we basically start at the origin at 0 degrees, and if we want to update the orientation of a part, then we have to specify the angle that we want to change, whatever axes we want to change the orientation to. So we start at 0, and then when we go clockwise, it's going to rotate like this every 45 degrees, or however many degrees you want it to, until it goes all the way around, going back to 0 again, or 360 degrees in this case. So with this in mind, we're able to create a cFrame and change this for ourselves inside of the scripts that we're trying to change the part's orientation to. And I'm going to show you what that looks like using cFrames. So let's go inside of our script. And what we're going to do is we're going to comment out this previous new cFrame, and we're going to create a new cFrame right here. And what we're...
My god, it's so expensive to...
do on the right side is we're going to use a method from cFrame called cFrame.angles, and this is basically what it's going to look like. So we're going to say cFrame.angles, make sure it's in it's uppercase, and then open and close parentheses. So now what we have here is an orientation method that we're able to pass down 3 arguments here. We want to give them. And if you don't understand what gradients are, they're basically a different metric of orientation compared to angles. So those are like 2 separate...
Yeah, it's radian.
So those are like 2 separate units of measurement. By default, it's in radians. So what you want to do instead of using radians is convert our degrees into radians using a method called math.rad. So let me show you what this looks like. We're going to say math.rad, open and close parentheses, and then put in our degrees that we want to put inside of here, which is in this case going to be 45 degrees. Because as you know, if we go 45 degrees, then it's going to look like this. So this is what we want to have. So this is what we want the script to do. But this is in the y-axis, not in the x-axis. So we have to make sure that there's a 0 before whatever is here in the middle. So let's make another comma and then put in 0. So this is basically our new orientation cFrame exclusively. This is specifically for orientation, not for changing the position of the cFrame. This is one way of writing the new orientation cFrame. So let's go into the game and hit run to see what happens. All right, and as you can see, the part is now rotated 45 degrees on the y-axis. If I open up the properties for the part, we can scroll down and see that the orientation is now successfully at 0, 45, 0 for the new C-frame that we updated using C-frame.angles. So I hope that made sense to you.
Okay.
There's
So yeah, how am I gonna rotate this? Spinning around with just an angle C-frame. I mean, like, I gotta locate it first, right? Wait, I gotta say this as a kill brick. It's a kill brick. How to rename? Okay. Kill brick. Oop. Okay, and we make another one as a, what did it say in the previous one? Kill brick move. Kill brick move. Script. Kill brick is equals to workspace dot workspace dot obey dot stage 1 dot kill brick okay, then for the first one equals to break. I forgot. Okay. I'm gonna say break in pairs called kill brick. Do let me try something real quick. Okay, so if I want to move this to 45-degree, so I need a C-frame. This is a part of it. Okay, so I need to change the orientation, and C-frame is equals to break dot I'm already located the brick, and then what? Brick. Dot what? Dot C-frame angles equals to 0 0. Oh no. Math dot random, right? Huh? I forgot the code. Oh, you just do that. Okay. Angle. Damn. C-frame dot angle equals to mat random. Mat rat. Then you put the value of it. We need to change the y-axis, right? When the y-axis 45 0. Oh no. No. 0 mat dot red equals to 45 0. Should be like that part. Break dot and C-frame equals to C-frame. New C-frame. Oh. C-frame equals to N C-frame. Okay, Oh, got first children. Get children. Not a member part. The part of. What's wrong with it? Frame is not a valid member. Yes, I know. Frame is not a valid member of prospect or frame. It's not a valid member. Yes, I know it's not a valid member.
And to see what happens. Alright. Frame exclusively. This is specifically one way of and to see what happens.
Did I say it's local, right? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Local. Correctly. No? Damn. Why though? I don't understood. The F? Are you fucking serious? It's because the F? Are you fucking serious right now, bruh? Frame. Damn. Okay. Okay, it's working. I gotta see the moving part. Why? What the fuck? It's moving! Why the hell is the object? It's not. Oh. Oh. Local. S maybe. Frame equals to frame dot new. I mean, like, why it's moving though? And I will tell it to move to another part because yes. Rec dot frame equals to frame. Okay. Okay, let's run it again and see what happened. Just stay right there, right? Why is not moving 45 degree though? Why? Okay, you just made me mad. You just made me mad right now. Please. Rotate. Yeah, it should be like this, right? Huh? Oh, it needs to be anchored, I guess. Then we'll see. What about 19? We're gonna see it more likely. How? How is not moving? What if I move? I mean, why in here? Why in here? Oh, I know the problem. You don't need to equals the C frame. You just need this. Okay. No. How you change the angle the object in roblox, but the wait, let me think. Okay, what if I do this and cframe.new goes to this, and then we end this, right? I mean, like, the code should be work. It's working. Yep. And the things is, it's not moving at all. Why? I don't understood why the part it's in this and it's not moving. It's when I change. I don't know why the part is changing the orientation though. Why it's kind of depressing to see this. Keyboard M parts. The position moves to 0. The orientation. No. Oh, and cframe dot position goes to this. Maybe it should be like this, right? No. Why though? Why? 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 Oh my god, Argentina. Okay. Chat. Oh my god, I wanna watch this so bad.
Changing the position. And as you can see, the C-frame.a. And that is making a C-frame that allows a part to look directly at a specific position that we're gonna single right click, probably like, and do now look part that we're to 3 that local be another position that is basically saying we want to where this part's position is currently at right now. I hope that makes sense to you. Use with the current action here to what we first position parentheses do is reduce. You have to make
Oh my god, it's so confusing though.
Global. So what we're gonna position that we give and basically what we're going to do in this example is we're going to use our current part to make it look directly at another part's position when we apply the C-frame to our blue part here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this blue part alongside this direction so that we can actually see it better. Let's also add in a decal in front of this part so that we know that the front is facing in the right direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the right side and let's right click, duplicate, and let's move the part over here. And let's rename this part to look part. And let's also change the color of this to probably like red or something. And let's open this up. Let's get rid of the script that's inside of here. And now let's go back to our current script. So inside of our current script, what we're going to do is let's uncomment out this part here. And let's also comment out this too. So what we're going to do now is make reference to the look part. We're going to say local look part equals workspace colon wait for child look part. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a new C-frame that has 2 things included with it. So the first one is its starting position, and the second one is a vector 3 that specifies the position of the part that we're trying to look at. So what this will look like is we're going to first write our starting position vector. Our starting position, also known as a vector 3 value, we're going to say local start position equals part.position. And then what we're going to do is we're going to specify the position that we're trying to make the part look at. So this is where look part comes in, where we're going to say local look position equals look part dot position. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to drop 2 lines down here, and now we're going to create the new C-frame that we're going to apply the part to. We're going to say local new C-frame equals C-frame dot new, and this is going to be another way we're going to write this. So the first argument we're going to put in is our starting position. So we're going to copy that and paste it into here, and then it's going to be another vector 3 value, which is going to be the look position of our look part. So we can put that in here. And this is basically our new C-frame here. So if we drop 2 lines down here, say part.C-frame equals new C-frame, we now have our desired result for what we're trying to do. We're first giving it a start position of this part right here, which is basically just where it currently is right now. Like right now, the position of this is 1826. It's going to start here. But then we specify a look position that is basically saying we want this part to look exactly in this direction to where this part's position is currently at right now. I hope that makes sense to you. Let's go into the game and hit run so that we can actually see it for ourselves. And there you go. The part is basically in the exact same position as it.
Why you gotta need that too? Why? I don't understand.
Look position.
Scored. That's 7-1 for Germany in Brazil.
I gotta watch this. Penalty? Holy shit! Penalty for Argentina. That's cool. Wait, let me watch it first. If this goalkeeper could handle Messi,
In its 6th World Cup. It's Lionel Messi.
oh, he missed. He missed.
Saves. Record is fantastic. It's not for somebody of such a
He missed. Whoa! Look at that pass. God damn. That's crazy though. Okay. Let's continue.
That is basically saying we want this part. But then we
Script.parents. It's actually a C frame part. What is the C frame parts and look parts? C frame. Let me just do something. I gotta eat something, bro. I gotta eat something. Wait a minute, okay? Udah, nggak jelas. Milih-milih anjing dia. Bro. Banyumanik, bro. My place is not really that far though.
Would have expected what we just. Trying to work the way through.
Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry, guys.
A look position that is basically saying we want this part to look exactly in this direction to where the game and hit runs in the exact same position as it was, and it can say we were currently here in this position at 1826 with this part. Let's say we wanted to take it to where it currently is right now to, let's say, negative 25 studs in the X direction here. So how can we do that? How can we start from here where it currently is to offset it 25 studs this way rather than starting from the origin? What we can do is we can combine C frames together to get the result that we want to when we're offsetting a part's C frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the script. Let's comment out everything we've done up until this. What we're going to in right equals part.position. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new C frame using the information that we have here with the current part position plus a new vector 3 value in order to make dot new open and close parentheses negative 25 comma 0 comma 0 and vector 3 values. What we're going to say is cFrame.new, open and close parentheses, new position. You have to make sure that you wrap this new position inside of a C frame, otherwise frame equal to a vector 3. That's fine. So we basically and change this into a C frame. Okay, wait, I meant 25, not negative 25. So let's go to the game and hit run so that we can now see the change that's going to happen to get a mismatch.
So I could just say that
directly at another part's position. Let's also add in a decal in front of this part so that we know that the front is facing the right direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the right side and let's rename this probably like red or let's go back to our current script. So inside of our current script, what we're going to do is let's make reference to the look part. We're gonna say local
Look part? What is look
now,
part for?
Look part. So inside of our current script, local child look is included with it. So the first one is its starting position, and the second one is a vector 3 that specifies the position of the part that we're trying to look at. So what this will look like is we're going to first write our starting position vector. Our starting position, also known as a vector 3 value, we're going to say local start position equals part.position. And then what we're going to do is we're going to specify the position that we're trying to make the part look at. So this is where look part comes in, where we're going to say local look position equals look part.position. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to drop 2 lines down here, and now we're going to create the new C-frame that we're going to apply the part to. We're going to say local new C-frame equals C-frame.new, and this is going to be another way we're going to write this. So the first argument we're going to put in is our starting position, our vector 3 value, which is going to be the look frame. We now have our desired result of this is
Okay. You call it
look here, say part.C-frame.
yep. Why? I mean, like, why?
Equals new C-frame. We now have our
Okay. Why? What's the problem in here? I don't even understood. Oh my god.
Or desired result for what we're trying to do. We're first giving it a start position of this part right here, which is base.
Okay, it's working. It stay right there. And then what if I want to change? Can I? Anjing, what the fuck? Uh, mm. And you are close. Rotation. Huh? Bro. Okay. 90.
Frame equals new C frame. We now have our design.
What? Factor 3 expected.
Here, which is that is basically saying the code is based on this part. But then we specify.
Oh my god. Combine to C frames. I don't know. Oh!
Specify a look position.
That's a goal.
That is basically
What the fuck? Messi. Messi. Wait, I gotta see our soul speed too. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Look at that Messi, bruh. Messi, bruh. Bro, look at that shit, bro. That goal was so good. Woo! Damn, that 35 years old man though. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Fingers are lovely.
Holy shit, this man. Look at that thing. Shit, that 35 years old man, bro.
Sing.
Shit. Times rotation. Okay, I finished the script. And it should be right. Yes! Bro, that 35-year-old man, or 39, I forgot how old is Messi? 38? Okay. Okay, so the thing that I learned today is, yeah, to make the kill brick move, you should rotate the angle, and yeah, it makes a new C-frame of it. The goal was crazy though. Look at that. Oh my god. The goal is so crazy. It's so crazy. The goal was like top tier, bro. No one can beat him, bro. For me, Messi is just like crazy. 38, bro. Imagine that shit. 38-year-old man. God damn. I don't understood why he could really move like that at his age. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's crazy, bro. For me, Messi is crazy. Okay, so yeah, that is the things. So how to make the thing spinning. Okay, we gotta back again to the
Finger around. It's around and then he opens bail. That's not Chunks. Chunks just stick around. He be like, 3-2 attempts. So,
It's crazy, it's crazy. Yeah, let's move on again.
And then
Used by Roblox.
C-frame.
Hey, thanks. For some reason, there's this part behind me, rad, open and close parentheses, and then put in our degrees that we want to put inside of here, which is orient for change. The new is now sits right click. That's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do. Starting position onto spec equals going to be another and that's is 18. The part feature the heat Nick. So offset part dot position. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new C-frame using the information that we have here with the current part position plus a new vector 3 value in order to make this work for us. 0 C-frame. The 3 value is new position. You have to make sure that you wrap this new position inside of a C-frame, otherwise we're going to get a mismatch error because we're not trying to make this C-frame equal to a vector 3. That's why it's very important to change this into a C-frame. Okay, wait, I meant 25, not 5 to its X vector. Offset, then having it like this. Let's comment out this part so I can show the exact C-frame that this already important thing to know. It's a very important distinction to know about with C-frames that are not the same way of doing with vector 3 values. So here we can create a new C-frame data type to add on top of the part C-frame by saying C-frame.new, open and close parentheses, 25, 0, 0. Rather, the difference here.
Wait.
It's really good. 1.5 time. Just a few minutes left. Keep that ball.
He's playing on the right. Oh, yeah, sorry, on the right.
That we go into the complicated, so I want you to fully pay attention to this, and I'm going to try to explain this to the best of my ability. But so far, up until this point, we've basically been manipulating C-frames of 3D objects based around the world's perspective. But we can't rely on the world's perspective every single time we're trying to change a C-frame of a 3D object. Because let's say we had this part right here, and we decided to rotate this part 45 degrees on the z-axis. What we want to do is, if we want to further make changes to the C-frame, then we would have to make it relative to whatever the orientation and position this part is already in. Because now, ideally, the X, Y, and Z axis should be facing this way relative to of what the orientation position already is. But that's not the case here, because if we're doing this based solely around the world's perspective,
Alina, by Rodrigo de Paul.
the
McAllister said that played. Almost hands with caps. Couple of brothers who is professionals as well.
X, Y, and Z axis. Instead, basically hit down Control L. I think it's Command L on Mac. But now what we're doing is we're setting up its local axes to be able to change this stuff. But if we want to change it back, we can just hit Control L again. So now it's in the world's perspective and not the relative parts perspective.
Okay.
So I hope that analogy made sense to you, understanding the difference between local.
Lead secure. Show Martin that when they raise that tempo a little bit, as I mentioned, usually with Messi, they can look very dangerous. Just got to make sure as well they don't concede unnecessary free kicks and give Austria an easy opportunity to maybe reply. I hope we don't find out in this tournament. I just wonder how we would rate Argentina without Messi.
He's going to rush again, huh?
Would say
Yeah,
it's not
of
progress,
course.
but this is a very special man. Others would step up. I'm sure they try, but nobody breathes energy into the team more than Lionel Messi.
Ah, Messi.
Not a suspicion that they are watching my walking to one big dancing in, and they just times his moments. That's where he's so clever. They know it.
If Argentina win a World Cup again, it will be so massive. No one will be beat Messi, bro.
Honestly. Remember, winners here guaranteed a place. Knockout phase starting with the first ever round of 32. I see. So this is one of the moments where get a little bit of sprinkling some stardust on the move. Paul. McAllister. Still shuffling across without really putting any pressure on the ball.
It will be done in the minute.
Just the right thing to do. Absolutely right. Just hang on to it now. Beat the lead to the interval. 8 seconds away.
One more rush, please. I need some rush. One more rush. Come on.
Really positive rush.
Go rush.
It might be time for one ball over the top.
Okay, it's done.
First, the reprieve.
And relative or global and relative C-frames, because that's what we're going to try to do with this example. We're going to try to change it based on its relative C-frame, not the global C-frame. So let's say we wanted to change the relative C-frame of this to move -5 studs on the y-axis in this direction. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our script and we're going to use a method that C-frame has provided to us called toWorldView. So this is what it's going to look like. Let's drop 2 lines down here and let's say part.cframe equals part.cframe. So we're taking the exact same C-frame that this part is already currently in, and we're going to use a method called toWorld space open and close parentheses. And what we're going to do here is we're going to pass in an offset C-frame. So basically, if we started here and we want to move it in this direction by -5 studs on the y-axis, what we would do is we're going to create a new C-frame and pass it into here as the offset C-frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to say C-frame.new open and close parentheses, 0, comma, -5, comma, 0. And now we have our relative position where the part currently is, and we're going to give it an offset of -5 on the y-axis so that it can start where it currently was and then go -5 studs in the y-axis. So let's hit run and see what happens. I keep messing this up. It's not -5, it's just a regular 5. So let's go into the game and hit run to now see our change. So we were able to successfully change the y-axis of its current C-frame to be relative to where it currently was and not have it based on the world's perspective. It was from the perspective of this part. So I hope that analogy made a lot of sense to you, and I hope you now understand the difference between global and relative C-frames, because this is very, very important when it comes to perspectives when changing C-frames. C-frames also have these neat properties that allow us to determine the direction that a part is facing. And we can actually use these properties knowing which direction that the part is facing to create accurate calculations to the position of the 3D object that we're trying to manipulate. So there's 3 properties that I'm going to introduce in this video. The first one that I'm going to introduce is look vector, the second one being right vector and up vector. But the most important one I think you should know about is the look vector. So as you know, 3D objects have different faces. So we have a front face, a back face, a top, and you basically get the idea of the rest. So when we're determining the look vector, it's basically the direction that the front of the part is facing. So in this case, where this little decal is, this is the front of the part, and it's facing in this direction. So it basically returns, or look vector in this case, returns a vector 3 telling us which direction this part is facing. And we can use this property to then say, okay, what if this part is over here and we want to move this part in wherever this look direction is and make it go in this direction based on however many studs we specified using multiply. That's what we're going to do inside of this script using its look vector property. So inside of the script, let's comment out to this part right here, and let's drop 2 lines. So in order to know the property of the part look vector, what we're going to say is local look vector equals part.cframe.look vector. And that's basically what this is right here. It's a vector 3 value that consists of 0s and 1s that tell us which direction inside of the world that this part is currently facing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the part's current position and specify its look vector and use a multiplier to then tell us to make it go in this direction with however many studs we decide to give it. Because if it's facing in this direction, it's going to give us a value of 1, and we can use a multiplier to specify how many studs we wanted to move this way. I think you'll see what I mean when we actually get to scripting this. So let's go back to our script, let's drop 2 lines down here, and how this is going to work is we're going to say part.position equals part.position plus, and then we're going to wrap this around in parentheses. We're going to say the look vector, and now what we'll do is we're going to add in a multiplier for this to this look vector by however many studs we want to give it. So in this case, if we wanted to go, let's say 25 studs this way, then we're going to go back to our script and we're going to multiply this by 25. So now we have the part's position be inside of its current position plus the look vector that this part is currently looking at, and multiplying it using however many studs we want to move inside of this direction. So let's hit run and see our result. So as you can see, the part moved from wherever the part's direction was looking with its look vector, and it multiplied it by 5 studs going this way. And this is basically the desired result that we got from specifying its look vector and having it go inside of the direction that we wanted it to go with the specified number of studs. We can basically do the same thing with its right vector and its up vector, the right side being this, and then the up vector being the top part of the object. So we can go back to our script, and instead of making this the look vector, we could just make this the right vector. So instead of look vector, we can just say right vector, and then we can change the variable name to right vector, and we can change that like so over here, and we can go into the game and hit run, and this will basically do the exact same thing. But instead of going in the direction of its look vector, it's going to go into the direction of its right vector. And we can basically do the same thing with the up vector like so, and we can change the variable name here to up vector, and we can change that here.
Good
So let's hit
shit,
run,
bro.
and then what should happen is it's going to go up 25 studs in the up direction as expected, like so. So that is basically the introduction to some of the C-frame directional properties that you can use to help you make accurate calculations when it comes to this stuff. Alright, and so the last thing we're going to do in this video is change the C-frame of an entire model. Because up until this point, we were able to change the C-frame of individual parts. But you might ask, is this actually possible to change the entire C-frame of a model? And to that I say, technically yes, it is possible. But here's some things we need to know about. So if we, let's say, insert a model inside of workspace, let's create a model inside of workspace, and let's select this model. The model does not have a C-frame property in and of itself. So you might ask, how are we actually able to change the C-frame of an entire model? So pretty much how this works is that if we have a model full of parts, then what we need to do is specify a primary part that's inside of this model so that we can change the C-frame of that specific part to then change the parts of everything else with the C-frame, as long as we have some sort of constraint that's holding all the parts together. It might not make sense to you right now, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So now that we created this model, let's call this model, I don't know, something dumb, like my model. I'm not very creative with this stuff. And let's create two parts. So this one's going to be the first part. Let's change this color to blue. Let's duplicate this, put it over here, and let's change this one to red. So what we're going to do now is create something that's called a weld constraint that will hold these two parts together. Don't worry about not knowing what weld constraints are for right now. You can just follow along what I do. So when we hit the plus sign, let's insert a weld constraint. And let's click this.
What the
and
fuck was
there's going
that?
to be two properties, part 0 and part 1. Let's make part 0 our current part, and then let's make part 1 the other part that we're trying to hold together. And now this is indicating that these two are basically glued together. Let's take these two parts, put it inside of our model, and let's specify our primary part. So let's make this blue part our primary part. So we're going to rename this part to primary part. And what we're going to do is select our model, and there should be this property called primary part inside of here. Let's select this, and let's select our primary part. So now what we're going to do is insert a new script inside of here by hitting the plus sign, create script. So let's make reference to our model by saying local model equals script.parent. And now what we're going to do is get our primary part C-frame. So basically the C-frame of this blue part over here. What we're going to do is get our current C-frame, which is local current C-frame equals model.primaryPart.C-frame. So now that we have this, let's change the C-frame of the specific primary part that we have in mind. So what we're going to do down here is we're going to say model.primaryPart.C-frame equals current C-frame times C-frame.new, and we'll just throw in some random positional C-frame right here by saying 0, 50, 0. All right, so now let's go into the game and let's hit run to see our change with this new part. Okay, so what ended up happening was that the C-frame ended up changing to be 50 studs above this direction, but because this part is not anchored, we saw that it literally fell down from. Even though we only changed the C-frame of one part, we were able to change the C-frame. Gonna end it off really long video, and when you look back on this and apply what you learned from this video into your future project.
I'm so hungry.
Oleh Miroslav Klose sampai 16 gol di Piala Dunia, sekarang Messi sudah melewati.
Spinning object. Why you gotta do this 2 times? So you just do some throw action, I guess. Ten.
The lieutenant will speak so far in this white position, but believe this time also finished. I felt like spinning kill.
It's not moving though. But why it's not moving?
Pause in and starting quickly.
Often the turns update many every second, the lower number, better transition. What the fuck? I don't understood these scripts. Oh god. We're gonna look at the C frame first. Oh my god. I think I'm done with this. We'll do it again tomorrow. So yeah, I need some healing session. But before that, let me try to try again. Frame equals to NC frame. Okay. I'm gonna stop until I finish this line of code, okay? Until I know what the fuck is this mean. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I got this stuff and all of it. For that, let me finish this. What's wrong with this? I don't understood.
The part just now, which is spinning, would you use this app? You not yet, you could just subscribe to the channel.
How? No, it's not moving. Why? I'm sorry for the stuff, but yeah, I want to sleep and get drinks done. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye.